And there's one other item over here. And 2 mold. 2 out of 3 items ain't bad. I almost forget and go try to loot those quicksilver bullets again. And here's yet another door over here. So yeah, this floor is definitely quite a bit bigger than the other ones. Unless I missed doors in the others. And again, here I'm trying to think, okay, is this like floor 1? Like it kind of feels like it is. I am sneaking around here, not because I'm afraid of these two, but just because, again, I'm concerned that there's going to be some big baddie somewhere, either hiding in the ceiling or, you know, right behind a column that's, you know, blocking your view. We can hear some water here as well. One nice thing about post commentary, one of the very few things, is I can actually hear the game a lot better. When I'm playing on my television, I can't hear all that well because I have the sound low. It's nice hearing the music and the ambient sounds and all that. I mean, not that I can't hear it at all when I'm playing it normally, but it's a lot quieter. Like some areas, the music is so low that when I go back and listen to the recording, I'm like, oh wow, this music's really good. I never even heard it. So now I'm tired of sneaking around and I'm just kind of like, okay, let's end this thing. Continuing my quest to kill all those damn incense. Those hot topic incense burners. And here I'm kind of thinking, do I want to drop down? I don't see a ladder up. And quite honestly, at this point, I'm kind of like wanting to be done with this this challenge dungeon, chalice dungeon. So I'm just like, yeah, forget it. Even though I am still going to go check this other new area. But at least with this, I can get back, theoretically. But dropping off of there, I have no idea how and if I can get back easily. So it wasn't really worth it. So let's see, we got more blood vials again. Great. Oh. And we have another fat guy, another... I always want to call them butchers. More like wardens. Oh, he's got a gun. He's got a gun! Boom. And that's all she wrote. Again, such a good weapon. But of course, you do have to keep in mind we're over leveled. Look for enemies under the stair or behind the stairs, because again, that's something that they would do. And we have here an open or a coffin, not open coffin. That's a verb. What do we have? A weird noise and some ritual blood. Not really worth it, since I don't plan on doing a lot of ritual dungeons or chalice dungeon. Why am I having a hard time remembering chalice dungeons? But yeah, I mean, I guess I could sell it, worst case. So run into the spider webs, leave a message, and I'll call you back. All right, so at this point, I'm kind of thinking, okay, let's just be done with this. We could drop off here and explore, but honestly, I'm like, all right, I just kind of want to be done with this area. So after getting lost a few times here, I think I find my way pretty quick. Yeah, this is when I realized, oh, that's the quicksilver bullets. I'm going the wrong way. So let's go fight what I presume to be a boss. And I say presume to be because I have no idea what's coming up. My memory is bad, but it's not that bad. See, I could go down here as well, but I was like, nah, I just, you know, just like I said, I just not feeling the chalice dungeon. So I'm just kind of like, all right, let's get this thing done. And I'm like, I have no idea how difficult this next supposed boss is going to be. And I presume it's not going to be too bad because, you know, I have over-leveled. Yeah, I'm over-leveled so much. So, yeah, this is where I'm like trying to figure out, wait a minute, was that the boss? No, I told you my memory is terrible. But I promise we'll be moving along here shortly. And again, I apologize for me double checking and doubling back a lot of times. Just my memory is terrible, and the other part of me is like, I want to double check shit. Where are you going? My God, you're going the right way. Wait, was I? I think I was. What is this? Maybe I wasn't going the right way. Oh, I wasn't. I mean, was. Shit. Nice camera there. This game's camera sucks. Like, I'm sorry. It is bad. Possibly the worst of any of the Souls games. So if you're the watchdog of the old lords. So that hurt like hell. Did pretty much all of my health in one shot. So because I have a lot of health potions these days, because I've been kind of farming stuff offhand, Not levels, but items, and I either, obviously keep the blood vials that I find, or use the most of, not all, but most of the blood things that I get on the blood things. Looks like he makes a pool of lava, like our old friend. Oh shit, what was her name? The spider lady. You know who I'm talking about from Dark Souls 1. Who I struggled on so much. I think this gear actually has pretty decent fire resist. What the hell am I doing there? I'm also trying to hit his head. To me, his head seems like an obvious point, even though at the same time it does kind of look. Oh, I'm trying to interrupt him with the gun. It does look a little armored, so it's kind of hard to tell. Here's my terrible aiming of my bullets. And there, I noticed I was missing the head when I was trying to counter. So I thought, okay, maybe I have to hit his head while he's attacking. But there, it didn't, obviously he hit his face and he didn't care. So now I'm like, F it. We're just going to do this old school and beat his ass with a giant sword. So we're not doing a lot of damage. So now there, we actually did stun him. For some reason, I didn't get a... I'm amazed I lived there. We didn't get a visceral attack there. I don't know if you can visceral attack this guy. Or maybe I was just a tad too late. But it's kind of like, I think I hit him under the chin, maybe. Alright, so the paw sweep is the flames. Need to remember that. So here I'm kind of both being cautious. Look at that, 492, not too bad. I'm trying to both get hits in, but learn his patterns at the same time. So know when, okay, I can get one hit now. Okay, I can get 2 hits now. Or, oh, I can do a forward lunging attack now, or whatever. And I'm also trying to hit him in the head purposely to stun him again. This looks bad, so I'm going to get the hell away. And it doesn't look like he's any different than he was. Even though what he's doing now looks bad. Oh, it's just the standard lava. But yeah, I think that was just an explosion. It wasn't like a buff. Just kind of hanging out in his own lava. Too bad that doesn't hurt him, which I guess that would make a hell of a lot of sense. See there, I was trying to do a forward R2 and I screwed it up. So I'm trying to time those types of attacks so that I can do that right as they end, because that does good damage. And again, that's why I like a bigger weapon like this against bosses, because you don't really have a lot of time to get many hits in anyway. So getting a good strong hit with a big weapon is just a lot better than a fast weapon, because with a fast weapon you may get 2 attacks in, or you may attack a second time and get nailed. And I find, at least in this game so far, that the slower, harder hitting weapon is actually safer. We managed to do the stagger again. It does seem to be under the chin, or maybe it's multiple head hits. I'm not sure. But anyway, that was pretty easy fight again. He had pretty easy patterns. The only thing that seems dangerous is his charge that he did at the beginning he hit me with, since that did almost all of my life in one hit. His other stuff was pretty easy. It seems like it'd be tedious with a lower level weapon, just because the fight would last forever. And so I'm actually kind of glad we came back afterwards, because again, I get bored with those long, drawn-out fights that are supposed to be more of an endurance fight. I mean, it's nothing. I guess there's nothing wrong with an endurance fight where you're just trying to whittle them down and you get badly punished for mistakes. But I just get really bored with them, so I tend to make mistakes. Not because I make a tactical mistake, just because I get bored fighting after like 5 minutes. I'm like, let's end this. So, and then I make a mistake, and then I have to do it again, and then I get more frustrated, and it's just a horrible vicious cycle. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad we had a better weapon, because it doesn't look like that was a very interesting fight overall, to be honest. Pretty simplistic for the most part. Pretty simple patterns, other than his one little FU move, which seems like a lot of bosses have those, right? Like that one move that they have that kills you outright, or almost kills you outright. Or just does a ton of damage, depending on, of course, your health and defense and all that. And look at that, even with the boss, it's not even... We got like, what? I think I spent all my souls before I went in there, or almost. Or, I'm sorry, blood echoes. So that got like 6k, and that's from 2 bosses, keep in mind. 2 bosses. Even if I was of level, that's pathetic. That is incredibly shittily low. So I feel like the Like, unless you were just really, really low level when you went in there, it didn't seem like it was worth it. Anyway, here I'm pointing out the depth. I don't know how I missed that before. The depth indicates overall how difficult it is, as well as how many levels it has. Now, but it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, right? So depth 1 doesn't mean it only has 1 level, obviously, because we used that Thumera chalice, and it had 3 levels. So I'm guessing maybe it's like for every depth rating, there's 3 levels. I don't know, but I just know that the deeper you go, theoretically, the more difficult it gets. We have a bunch of the same stones. I've not been selling them just because they don't sell worth a damn. They're like 20 blood echoes each. I probably could just throw them in my my stash though. See, I think here we're going to look at upgrading the rifle spear. We're going to say, I always say no at first just so I can see how much of an upgrade it is. You know, plus 31 up to 93, or up to 93, I think. I don't like how it doesn't really show you how well, like how much it's upgrading, but regardless, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. I'm probably going to upgrade several weapons that I get, at least to plus 3, however many it takes, like, because I don't want to use twin bloodstone shards for a bunch of weapons I'm not going to use. So I'll probably get them up to plus 3 to try them. I might find a weapon that doesn't seem very good and end up liking. Hell, Ludwig's was like that. Rifle spear, it's like a, what, 117 plus now, and it's a skill scaling C. Strength E scaling, so bleh, not great. The threaded cane is B, like almost the opposite scaling of B, E scaling strength. And I don't remember if I've done it yet, but I do. I think actually I do it off camera. I planned on leveling up the threaded cane up to the same level as Ludwig's, just to give it a try. And here I'm kind of just showing, I think, me spend my blood echoes on equipment. If I was playing normally, just like off camera, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably just save it and go kill a few enemies to get a level, or go explore and just be careful. But for the Let's Play, I think here I went to go farm some stuff, because what I'm talking about here is I want to go buy other weapons just to try them out, because again, I might find a weapon I like. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. So now we're going to try what I presume to be a boss, because this is about where boss would be. The top of a big hill in a big cathedral looking thing. Yeah, that's looking pretty boss-like here. So here's my stats. I'm level 53. And as you will probably see here shortly, probably over-leveled. I definitely feel like I am pretty damn over-leveled for all the stuff that I'm running into now. So that's... I mean, it's a little unfortunate, but at the same time, when the game kind of designs itself around you farming a lot, I can't feel bad about it. I'm like, you're pushing me to farm stuff, like especially health vials, and I'm not just gonna throw all of those souls away just so they don't over level because you want me to farm these vials. I'm gonna spend them on levels, and of course I tend to over level too in these games because I explore a lot. I take my time. I go back a lot. I don't lose my souls much because whenever I haven't.
Beware the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the depths. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak.
Okay, sorry I talked over that. I didn't realize she was actually talking. In fact, when I was playing, I don't think I realized she was talking.
Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death.
Earlier today, tragedy struck Santa's workshop. Blitzen got unfortunately into Timmy's requested barrels of radioactive waste. And things went all the way bad for Santa. So Vicar Amelia. One thing I like about this fight, and I'll be quiet so that you can hear it at one point, is when she screams, you can hear like a human voice in that a lot. In fact, I'm going to be quiet here now. That's really cool, especially given kind of the idea of this boss. Also, one thing I noticed while I was fighting her is in her left hand, she keeps holding that amulet. So I'm trying to hit that hand because I'm presuming that hitting that would be good for me. So far, pretty easy. Try to get a charge attack, but I wasn't quite behind, so that messed that up. Again, whenever bosses do stuff like that, I want to get away because it's usually going to explode. Just throwing a Molotov. Not much damage, 153. Got completely wrecked there because I dodged way too late. I think that was a grab that I barely missed. She backhands the hell out of me. I'm still trying to kind of like hit her hand. And I'm trying to keep my health high, even though she doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. Again, she probably has some attack where she does insane damage. Or at least that's what I'm presuming. A step back where she's going ballistic. And again, if you look, she's still holding on to that amulet in her hand here. And actually decent boom, hit that hand. And she backhands. I get a little too greedy there on my attacks. Tried to hit her while she was doing that. And this actually staggers her and sets her up for a visceral attack. 1040 to finish the deed. Total luck. Like, I just saw her doing something, and I thought, okay, this is a good opportunity to throw a Molotov. I would have never suspected that hitting her with a Molotov would interrupt her. So there's my stats again, just to kind of show it. Tons of souls for a very easy boss. I realized later on, like after the fact, I watched somebody else do this fight, and I realized that she actually heals. Oh, here we go. Let's touch this, see what happens.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
So my question is, Master Willem, was that? I'm assuming that's his skull?
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
And that makes the most sense, right? Because he was there the whole time. Interesting. A little bit more story stuff. Cool beans. May the good blood guide you. We also got the amulet from Vicar Amelia. You can also notice we got a good bit of insight from that. I didn't see exactly how much, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the normal like 1 for discovering the location. Well, no, I think you get 1 for discovering a boss fight, and then 2 for beating it. So maybe we did. I don't remember. One other thing that I remember if I talked about in these videos, I'm not going to like farm a lot of insights off camera or buy any with extra blood or anything, because one thing I have heard is, and I kind of suspected honestly that they would do something like this. There's enemies later on that drain your insight, which honestly is, it's whatever. So yeah, here I'm putting points in strength again. I plan on getting up to 25. At least that's the current plan. So yeah, there's enemies later that drain your vitality, so it's not really worth dealing with the BS of getting it higher and then dealing with enemies that take it all away. So I'm going to save on that and just kind of go with what I got. Pendant of Vicar Amelia, used to change into a blood gem, which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, is a reminder of the cautionary adage, words that will open the gates of Bergenworth. Now, remember, we found that one door or something that wanted like a special password or something. So I'm actually going to hold on to this amulet because I'm wondering, one, if I can use it to, you know, get into this Bergenworth or some other location. I don't remember where that is now. I'm going to have to re-find it.
Welcome. What is it?
I'm going to check to see if she says something different.
But
And this is where I thought at first that she was saying the same thing. And then found out that she was saying something different. Don't worry, I am going to go through it again. So that's why I'm talking over her now. But she'll say the same thing again when I talk to her now.
Hunters have told me about the church, about the gods and their love. But do the gods love their creations? I am a doll created by you humans. Would you ever think to love me? Of course. I do love you. Isn't that how you've made me?
A little weird, a little creepy, but alright. Let's check, see if wheelchair guy is up here. Nope, he is not. But yeah, I don't plan on farming it because I was going to get a bunch of insight so that we could make sure that any like cool things would pop up during this playthrough. So you guys and me can see it. But after hearing that, I was like, no, because I'm going to get super pissed off if I farm it all up and then lose a bunch to these enemies that drain it. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably, you know, the other thing is off camera, I kind of want to know. I just wanted to see if I could use it. I wasn't going to use it. I just wanted to see if I could. But another thing is, like, I was going to think, oh, well, I'll just farm, you know, off camera. I like to help people kill bosses just for fun. I thought, okay, well, off camera, I'll help people kill bosses for that, for fun and for insight. But now I can't find anybody to help bosses with because I'm so over leveled, is what I'm thinking. I hear this. We're just checking on our new insight. We can buy the papers now. Bloodstone shards, 1 per, which is a bit expensive, but we still got the same armor here. I'll probably end up buying all that at some point, by the way, just to have it. And it's probably an achievement to like get all armor or something, which I'm sure I'm going to miss some armor. I already know there's something about a music box apparently that I've missed. You know, it is what it is. But you know, if I find it off camera, I might do it. I'm trying to avoid like looking up how to find it because it takes some of the fun out of finding it. But I know it's relatively early in the game. But yeah, and like I said, that's one of the reasons it's kind of a self-fulfilling thing, right? Me double checking everything, because I do all this looking, doubling back, and then I still miss things. So now I'm like, well, I definitely need to double and triple check, obviously, because I keep missing stuff. But I'm not quite sure what the hell I'm doing here. I think I was just checking out the armor. And it's not really best better. One of the staple articles of hunter attire fashioned in the workshop, a product of the scourge of the beast that once plagued old Yarnum and culminated in the town's fiery cleansing. The cape's dampness makes it highly resistant to fire. Wearers of this attire hunted down victims of the scourge who survived the raging flames and stench of singed blood. The scourge of the beast that once plagued old Yarnum. So apparently, I guess there was like one major nasty beast that plagued old Yarnum. What that was, I'm not sure. I wonder if it was that that thing that I kept calling the Black Pearl Beast, which when I was rewatching my videos, I realized it was like the Parl, the Blackheart Parl or something like that. All these items say the same thing. They're not really upgrades, so that's fine. I'll probably switch armors from time to time just for the hell of it, just so you can see different looks. In fact, my next session, I might switch it out since I've been wearing this armor for a while, even though I like the look. I might swap that out to get a new look. Because we wore Gascons for a while. Mostly for the poison, but we wore that for a little bit. And of course, had the top hat for a while, which is obviously the best. But yeah, it looks like this Yargol's okay for slow poison. Oh yeah, I think I'm just trying it on just to see what it looks like. Again, remember, there's no helm for this Yargol. Looks alright. I mean, it's really kind of hard to tell because I think the helm I'm wearing actually has a lot of that stuff that's at the top, that ripped cloth. But did I not take it off? I thought I was going to take that off. Take it off, you fool. Like I said, it's funny what you see like when you're rewatching. Because it's funny, like, one thing about doing this type of thing. Oh, and I'm just going to spend my remaining blood on blood vials, just to make sure I've got plenty. As you can see, I'm up to 60, like 85 total, so we're good for a while. And let's head out of here. And I noticed this old lady's freaking out, so let's talk to her.
How did we ever get into this mess?
Not so snide now, are you? Yeah, she's just about lost it, I think. And again, some of this stuff, I don't know if it's because of the bosses I beat that they say different things or the insight.
Hello. Sorry, dear. You're much too eager.
Eager.
I've only so much blood.
Yeah, so she says the same thing. Let's see if this
The hunter.
dude, that dude,
Next, if you find it.
nope. Same thing. So let's look around outside. It does seem darker, I'll say that. Like, it does seem like darker than it has been. Like, if you like just kind of look around, it's like much darker than before. What the fuck? There's also that thing. That's a little different than what was in here before, if I recall correctly. Don't recall that being there. I'm a little distracted. I'm like, what the hell? Let's finish this guy off. He gets the little lucky uppercut in there. And a cheesy little slash kick. So yeah, he manages to get me. I could blame that giant, creepy centipede looking dude. I really hate the potato sack guys. Like, they're so cheap. Like, oh right, their regular attacks doing a lot of damage, whatever. But like their kicks doing insane amounts of damage, like, come on. Like, he like little kicks and it's like 90% of your life. It's like, give me a break. Like, they were just like, just slap these damage numbers on all his attacks and we'll be calling it a day. They just feel like, I don't know, this feels kind of cheesy. Like, those attacks, it's kind of supposed to be the counter. Like, those attacks are kind of quick, but you know, they're less damage, but they just end up doing ridiculously high amounts of damage regardless. But oh, apparently they've fixed the loading screen issue. Finally, it only took them about a month, but they have fixed it, and they've put like loading, like tips, like tool tips in the front now. Of course, I go the wrong way. I don't know why I'm so confused by this corridor here. But yeah, they finally did that, and they replaced the loading screen with like item tips or item descriptions. So hooray for that, I guess, eventually. And then we're going to get revenge. I don't know why this guy even aggroed on me last time. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just going to go ahead and fuck him up. Get out of here. Shove that kick up your ass. Got some bloodstone shards, though. So, let's go have a chat with this guy here. Makes me wonder, was this maybe the beast of Old Yarnum? Now, we're not in Old Yarnum, right? No, Old Yarnum. No. I was thinking Old Yarnum was the underground place. If you look, and I'm worrying here because the key might just lash out because I'm getting so close. Also, look, at first I was thinking that was the butt that I was just looking at. I think that's actually the head because it looks like those statues that we've been seeing around. But yeah, the atmosphere is definitely a little bit different. See, that guy's got the bells. They don't really ring them for anything, but they're there. Wow, I don't know why I didn't dodge. But that's the thing, like, this weapon, it feels like you can just be so sloppy with it. It's like, as long as you get that first hit in on most enemies, that's all she wrote. Even those big guys are not too tough. So yeah, I want to get that item. It's driving me nuts that I don't know where that is or how to get that. There's the Reaper weapon guy. This guy's a bit annoying because he's like triggered. Oh my god, triggered. Trigger warning. So like after you walk past a certain invisible spot, he walks up and all those other NPCs start moving. I generally don't like that. It feels very fakey, but whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm just admiring the architecture at this point. But no, it's I'm trying to look around and see if I can't figure out how in the hell to get that item. It doesn't look like I can jump from up top because there's obviously that ladder there that goes up, but it doesn't look like I can jump over there to get it. It's going to drive me nuts if I can't get over there. Wow, you sound super angry. Just keep shooting those things, you prick. Boosh! God, yes. And sit down. Whoa, and he does a little split. Man, everybody just loves opening their crotches to us. I love that hat, by the way. There better be in this game somewhere, and if there is, don't tell me how to get it. And you could say if it's in game, but don't tell me how to get it. This armor, like, or at least one set of armor that looks like these guys with the face mask and everything, I want it. Look at that. 5-1 shot, too. Completely did not need that. Did it anyway. Still full on Quicksilver bullets. Boulets. And we're getting close to the end of my post commentary again. I apologize. Believe me, I was not happy in the least. Now this guy is like kneeling and praying, I guess. We'll sneak up and see if we can off him. But I find the insight to be an interesting mechanic. Good aiming there, by the way, Chief. Idiot. These guys are pretty damn easy overall. I mean, just because they attack so slow, even if they have multiple attacks like that, they usually don't follow up very quick. So even if you screw up, you can usually get back out fast. So these guys, not really tough. But they also have the bell, as I mentioned before. But what was I saying? Shit. Totally forgot now. I love when they, like, point at you and you're like stabbing the shit out of them. Like, man, you should have rethought that. Gonna bring his sticks at me, I guess. Or not. But yes. Oh, armor that looks like these guys with a mask and everything. Especially one with a Father Guido or Gardito hat or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the old SNL skit? I forget which old famous SNL cast member was on there. But yeah, see, those guys' faces, which those were not lit before, I don't think. But these faces look like that thing that was outside. But oh, and I wanted to go talk to this Raven Hunter to see if
keep your hands clean.
She said anything different.
Leave the hunting of hunters to me.
The hunting of hunters. Are you hunting hunters, mate? But yeah, she does not say anything different, and I kind of wanted to run around and see if I found anything different. Spoiler alert, I can't find anything. I really feel like there's more to do with her, and I can't figure out what it is. I wonder if it has something to do with that damn magic box that I can't find. I might have to just run around and see if I can't find that damn thing. But yeah, we're getting drawing to a close here of the post-commentary. I don't want it to end suddenly. But, you know, so I'll go ahead and take this time to say thank you, Thomas, for your continued support on Patreon. I do apologize about the various technical problems we've had with this Let's Play. I know there's things like staticky audio, which I'm still trying to figure out. It only happens when I record with the Elgato. So, yeah, I apologize for the technical problems and the delays and other things. But the game itself, you know, I've been enjoying it. There's definitely some things I don't like. But for the most part, I think it's been a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. That tracking. He's like, wolf wares. Wolf wares are a thing, by the way. Thank you very much. Slow weapons, a little cumbersome there. Assholes. But they give blood vials, so I'll forgive you. Gave me 4 of them, and I only had to use 1 to cover up for screwing up. And I'm just kind of running over here to try to remember. See, now, here's one thing I noticed. Remember earlier I said the monsters sometimes work with the people? Like, this boulder actually kills some people. Like those guys. But then that guy was standing there right next to him and like, told him to roll it. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why they work with the creatures sometimes. Or maybe some of the creatures are, like, domesticated. Hell, I don't know. I mean, but like I said, it's kind of the fun part, right? It's trying to figure out the story of what's going on. And she just feels, it's just weird that she's just standing there too. I don't know, it's just weird that she just like came in, fought that guy, and now is just kind of hanging out there with her. And she screwed up the damn lamppost too. I can't use it while she's there. It's annoying. I have to run all the way back anytime I want to go in that area. So I mean, I presume I probably could attack her, but I don't want to. I'm presuming that it's why we can like talk to her and cool things can happen. But unfortunately, I haven't run into that part yet. But yeah, like I say, as we're wrapping it up here, obviously, future recordings will be normal. Will not be post commentary, barring any other technical mishaps, which I think I can avoid what happened this last time from occurring again. I do really hate that I missed my original reaction to seeing that giant white thing on the side of the building, because I didn't freak out. It's not really my way. I don't do the completely insane jump out of my chair and all that shit. But I was like, oh my, like, holy fucking shit, like I really was like freaked out. Like I said, I noticed it was darker, and I was looking around because it was darker, and that's when I saw that. And I was like, holy hell! And I'm still not sure if it's there because I beat Vicar or because I have more insight. I think it's because of the insight from what I've seen since then. But anyway, I think I can just draw it to a close because I think we're getting done here. I don't think there's anything else interesting that I do, because this is where I took a short break and then shortly after realized I wasn't recording mic audio and said a whole lot of very terrible things in Rage. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Leave comments and I will see you next time.